He may have come to power on the slogan, "Make America Great Again," but Donald Trump's actions are ensuring that America will be choked economically and deserted globally.
"6 years have passed since I last stood in this grand hall and addressed a world that was prosperous and at peace in my first term. Since that day, the guns of war have shattered the peace I forged on 2 continents. An era of calm and stability gave way to one of the great crises of our time. And here in the United States, 4 years of weakness, lawlessness, and radicalism under the last administration delivered our nation into a repeated set of disasters. 1 year ago, our country was in deep trouble, but today, just 8 months into my administration, we are the hottest country anywhere in the world, and there is no other country even close. America is blessed with the strongest economy, the strongest borders, the strongest military, the strongest friendships, and the strongest spirit of any nation on the face of the earth. This is indeed the golden age of America.
So let's look back and see where we are. So to go through 2024 up to the day, we've had unemployment in the low 4s for more than a year. We've had inflation coming down now in the mid to low 2s. We've had an economy growing at 2.5%. So that is the economy as we see it now. What looks likely, given the scope and scale of the tariffs, is that we will see certainly the risks to higher inflation, higher unemployment have increased. And if that's what we do see, if the tariffs are ultimately put in place at those levels, which we don't know, then we won't see further progress toward our goals. But we might see a delay in that. I think in our thinking, we would never do anything but keep achieving those goals. But we would, at least for the next, let's say, year, we would not be making progress toward those goals. Again, if that's the way the tariffs shake out. The thing is, we don't know that. There's so much uncertainty about the scale, scope, timing, and persistence of the tariffs.
Imposing a 100% tariff on patented drugs has just doubled drug prices. And who pays for these drugs? Of course, the common American will now pay $100 for a drug he earlier purchased for $50. Some of the obvious conclusions also imply that drugs may become unavailable in the U.S. if importers or foreign suppliers withdraw. According to the Peterson Institute for International Economics, PIIE, H1B workers contributed 30 to 50% of productivity growth in the U.S. economy between 1990 and 2010. J.P. Morgan economists estimate that the $100,000 fee could reduce H1B work authorizations by approximately 5,500 per month, 66,000 per year in the consular petitions area. This means 66,000 fewer brains working in critical sectors such as biotech, AI, and medical research. The ripple effect is also expected to spill over to U.S. universities. NAFSA, an association of international educators, believes that U.S. universities could lose 15% students in 2025-26, resulting in a loss of $7 billion. What happens when a cheaper workforce from India, China, the Philippines, and the rest of the world faces entry barriers? U.S. companies are compelled to hire expensive U.S. workers. According to Kathleen Brooks, research director at broker XTB, told the media that Amazon had the highest number of workers on H1B visas, followed by Microsoft, the Facebook owner Meta, Apple, and Google. Consumers of these U.S. companies will likely face higher prices in tech, specialized services, medical, biotech, and R&D goods, and possibly slower wage growth. According to estimates, the H1B shocker is expected to drag per household real income by, say, 3 to 5% over the next 5 years. For an average household with $100,000 real income, that's $3,000 to $5,000 less over those years. No wonder, then, U.S. bankers and forecasters are warning of a massive slowdown in the U.S. economy thanks to Trump's shattering policies. Will Trump wake up before it's too late for the U.S.? Well, only time will tell. But for now, headwinds are in store for the U.S. economy that elected Trump for his MAGA promise.